This is the plaintiff, Cherise Dumais. She says she's in the business of selling virgin Brazilian hair extensions online. And the defendant purchased hair from her website paying via PayPal. The hair was delivered, but she never received payment from PayPal. She doesn't understand what this is all about because the defendant never complained about the hair. She deserves to be paid and is suing the sneaky woman for the $278 she's owed. This is the defendant, Crystal Daniels Allison. She says the hair the plaintiff delivered was not virgin hair like the woman promised. It was a cheap knockoff type that only lasted a month. Real virgin hair lasts a whole year. She has no idea why she's being sued because PayPal took the money out of her account and she just chalked it up to one of those things. She's accused of causing a hairy situation.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff sells virgin Brazilian hair extensions and says the defendant stiffed her. But the defendant says it wasn't virgin hair. It's the case of my hair lost its virginity.
Thank you, Douglas. Cherise Dumais, you are suing Crystal Daniels Allison for $278 that you say she has not paid you for hair that you sold to her. $233 the cost of hair and $45 what?
For a cab to drive me to the postal service to pick up the hair for her so I can give it to her the same day. And I paid expedited shipping.
Okay, all right. So you sold her what online?
I sold her 3 pieces of virgin hair, 120-inch straight hair and 2 22 inches.
Okay, what are pieces of virgin hair?
I have samples here.
Let me see. Now, what does virgin hair mean? It's not, never been processed?
Yes, it's human hair, 100% human.
What, just human hair or it's
No,
never
it's
been
never been
processed?
processed.
Right, okay. Is this how it comes?
Yes, and I just like put a little bit more fancy things on it.
Okay, and where does this hair come from? Where do you get it from?
I have some vendors in Brazil. I have some vendors in India.
Okay, and the one that she ordered was from where?
It was from Brazil.
Okay, and so she orders it and you're going out of town and you can't ship it in time. She was one of your first customers on this online new business that you
Yes,
right?
I had
kind of
just
unprepared for the flow and
yeah, I had just launched the website, so I gave her a promotional discount code of, I believe it was 10% at the time, and she needed it that day, and I was leaving that day, and I'm like, okay, I'll do a courtesy drop-off, and she lives within 10 minutes of me.
Okay.
So I dropped it off to her. I didn't see a problem with it. I waited for the payment to clear. I didn't just...
Okay, and had everything gone fine, that $25 you paid your friend to drive you was just something you'd paid your friend to drive you because you're trying to comply with what she'd already paid to have the hair delivered, right?
Yeah, everything.
And then this other $15 expedited, that's also something that you were going to eat if all this went the way it was supposed to. That was part of your cost of doing business. No, that was something that came out of my pocket, but that was supposed to be the 10%, and it was like I just left it as is. Right, that's how it was supposed to work.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the $233. So you put the hair in her mailbox.
No, I gave it to her in person.
Oh, you gave it to her in person. All right. And does she look at it and say, oh, this is great? What does she say?
She actually said she wanted to color her hair blue.
Say it again?
She wanted to color it blue, and I told her whenever she was ready, I'll give her pointers on how to color it.
Oh, that was just like an aside thing. Okay,
yeah, that's
but
all
did she
said.
Complain about the quality or anything else?
No.
All right,
not to my
so
knowledge.
what happened here?
Okay. I found the website online.
You found the website, you ordered the hair, what went wrong?
I ordered the hair. I take the hair to the salon, and the salon asked me, the hairstylist asked me, can my hair be flat ironed? And I tell her, yeah, my hair can be flat ironed. She says, where did you order your hair from? I pull out the website and I tell her where I got the hair
When
from.
she said your hair, did she mean this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I pull out the bundles and she says, where's the package that you got your hair in? I said, I didn't get my hair in a package. I got it in a plastic bag. She said, when you receive... Okay, so she said, all right, we're going to put the hair in your head and let's see if it can flat iron, how it's going to work. She then put the hair in sewed onto my head and told me that whoever I got the hair from, I should speak to because the hair was bad quality and it was not Brazil. So the only thing I could do, I promised it would last up to a year. The hair didn't even last a month.
Wait, stop. Your stylist told you if you're going to do you want to put in this hair? And you said yes.
No, she told me, she said, let's try it. Let's put it in. Sometimes it looks better.
Yeah, but you clearly can't get a refund once you've cut it up, sewn it, and put it in your hair.
Right.
Right. So you made that call at that moment, which I guess you now regret. You put it in your hair. And who guaranteed it would be in your hair a year?
She did.
When? How? Is it on the website?
On the website.
Can I see it?
The website?
Can I see what you're saying?
Sure.
Do you guarantee on the website that the hair will last a year? Is that what you're saying?
That doesn't say that on my website.
Okay.
All of this is new knowledge to me. I never had a conversation with her about any bad things about the hair, and I've spoken to her up to September.
Yeah, we spoke.
We spoke up to September.
Well, what ends up happening is that you end up, according to you, she ends up charging back to PayPal and telling them she doesn't want to pay for it. She didn't get the product. Somebody falsified the use of her credit card.
Yeah, that's what was told to me before I contacted PayPal. I contacted her first because this hair, whatever she's saying is going wrong with the hair, that was never brought to my knowledge. So I just figured maybe it was a mistake. I don't know. So I contacted her first, and she was saying that there was fraudulent activities done on her account and that her bank is looking over every transaction. And I'm like, okay.
But she wasn't claiming that she had said that about
Yeah, she didn't say that about mine. She said that it was valid.
So the two of you actually call PayPal.
We called PayPal together.
Right.
And then she stated to PayPal that it was a valid transaction. The chargeback came in about 12:30, August 3rd. I woke up to it. So August 4th, I called her. And then I called her online with PayPal. She said it was valid. And they said, okay, so all you have to do is just cancel the chargeback, and then the money be returned back to me.
So she cooperates with you and tries telling PayPal, no, that's a valid charge?
Yeah, I have the messages.
And then what happened? What's wrong with PayPal?
They gave me them. They credited it to me, but then her bank overrid it. I don't know what she was telling her bank. So they pretty much took the money back from me.
Give me the proof that her bank overrode it and took it back out of your account. That's what I need.
Okay.
And I don't understand. What is your defense? I don't have to pay this because it's cheap hair, I never told them not to honor the charge. What are you saying?
Okay.
First of all, did you tell your bank don't honor the charge?
One, yes, I did.
Oh, you did? Oh, that's the first time we've heard that. All right. So
when I spoke to my bank.
Okay, but so why are you on the phone with her pretending, yeah, valid charge, and then going back to the bank?
I didn't tell. I told her I spoke to my bank, I spoke to PayPal, and I never received. She said in September they refunded the money back into my account, but I have my bank statement saying that no money from July to September was ever refunded back into me because the dispute was ongoing. She basically was.
You say you called PayPal before this.
Right.
First, let me understand what the heck you're saying here in court. Okay. What are you saying here in court? I already paid for this, and by the way, I shouldn't have had to.
Yes.
Let me see your bank records.
Sure.
We got to get to the bottom of this with PayPal.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be this hard.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
But what was the day of the order?
July 15th.
Court's in recess.
All rise.
So how do you know that hair is really from Brazil?
Honestly, you really don't, because hair is hair. It's all the same.
Is there a difference between Brazilian hair and any other hair?
I don't think so, no.
And why is Brazilian hair more expensive?
Honestly, I don't know, but people pay the price.
Because it sounds stupid.
It does.
Going inside the courtroom.
Let's go over a couple of things. First of all, we now have all of your PayPal accounts. And as is very evident from there, they say that you charged it back. Buyer charged it back. And that they gave you a credit on your PayPal account on September 10th of $233.
Okay, I
understand you say it didn't go into your bank account. I don't know how many accounts you have linked to your PayPal account. Okay. I don't know whether you spent it that month. I don't know what happened. Okay. But I know that PayPal says they gave you the money back, which means you never paid for the hair. So I'm going to give you these documents, which you should have, and you're going to fix your problem with your PayPal account because this is not my concern. My concern is I know she didn't get paid. So now we get to step 2, which is should she get paid? Okay. And having heard the evidence in this case that you went ahead, you used it, and it's in your hair, and I just don't see how it is that you're not going to pay for it. Okay. You had a chance to reject it when it was there. She was telling you this is awful hair. You shouldn't put this in your hair. I don't know why she put it in your hair. I don't think it went down like that. So here's what's going to happen. Okay. You're going to pay her. And then if you are telling me, well, Judge, that means I paid twice, then you figure out how PayPal has to owe you $233 like they said they already paid you. So here are your documents. My verdict in this case is for the plaintiff, not in the amount that you're suing for the Reasons I discussed before, those are fees that you were part of your... No, we're not. No, because I'm very tired of this hair. $233 verdict for the plaintiff, and of course your court costs.
All right, ladies, hold on right there, please.
So the plaintiff does win this case. You're the defendant on the losing end. So now what are you going to do? Check with PayPal to see where that money is?
Yes.
Right? Are you sure it didn't go back into your personal or any other accounts? But at least you have the documents.
Yes.
Now. Why'd you put the hair in there when your expert told you it wasn't up to par? Why'd you do it?
Well, you have to try things out. Sometimes they don't look good, and after you try it out, it might look better. But that wasn't the case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty cool hair right there.
Thank you.
All right, head right there, down this way with Officer McIntosh. All right, come on in here. You satisfied how this thing comes out?
Somewhat. At least I get paid.
Yeah. What about your reputation as a hair salesperson?
I mean, she's trying to discredit me, but she had several opportunities. We spoke to each other. She never stated anything wrong with the hair. She just kept saying that her bank accounts were identity theft or whatever she was saying.
All right, over to Harvey.
Got to give you a warning. Before you stop payment or reverse a charge, make sure you're on solid ground if you cry fraud.